17th of October 2016, a tabletop exercise with command post exercise features will be conducted.
Yes, please, you can start now.
During this exercise part, the process of requesting international assistance and responding to an international request for assistance after a large-scale floods will be tested and trained. All 8 beneficiary countries will participate from their headquarter locations, including civil protection, border police, customs and foreign affairs authorities. The Emergency Response Coordination Centre participates at the tabletop exercise from Brussels.
So after devastating floods in 2014 in the Balkan region, the Commission has allocated some funds, 6 million euros from the Instrument for Pre-Accession. As a result, Ipa Floods project was initiated in January in 2015. The Ipa Floods project has 2 components. One of them deals with the prevention to floods and the second one with the preparedness to response to floods in the region. Very important for the Commission is that developed national and multinational modules will be able to respond on a national level and also on the European level within the framework of the European Civil Protection Mechanism.
The field exercise from the 18th to 22nd of October 2016 is the continuation of the tabletop exercise by including operational means of the beneficiary countries with a focus mainly on operational cooperation of all involved partners after a large-scale floods.
Ova vježba je pokazala da članice Europske unije u ovom konzorciju pokazale su da ta razina interoperabilnosti je na relativno visokoj razini. Mogli bi istaknuti i 2 benefita koje još imamo, a nije bilo u dosadašnjim vježbama, a to su materijalni benefiti prije svega, negdje cirka 18.000 eura po svakoj zemlji koja sudjeluje ovdje i s druge strane po prvi puta timovi koji dolaze su samodostatni. Što to znači? To znači zapravo da onoga trenutka kada ulaze u zemlju primateljicu pomoći, od tog trenutka oni više nemaju nikakve potrebe za osiguranjem prehrane, smještaja i svega ostalog. Dakle, oni su samodostatni i iz toga trenutka kako dolaze, tako su na raspolaganju, odnosno mogu započeti sa svojim aktivnostima.
The main aim of the Ipa Floods Cro 2016 is to exercise the cooperation within the framework of the Union Civil Protection Mechanism after large-scale floods. The overall objective is to train and to improve the cooperation of the multinational civil protection modules in the field and the international coordination structures in an international environment.
We have the 3rd exercise here in this field, and basically a big progress has been made. I think not only in exercising, but we saw also in the case of floods in Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina that the teams know very well the mechanism, that they know the way to work together. It's no secret how the procedures are done. So the progress can be seen also in the way that 4 countries in the region have joined the European mechanism, of course Croatia being a member of the European Union. And the progress in the whole field of civil protection is, in my opinion, enormous.
An essential focus lies on the cooperation and coordination with the local authorities in the Republic of Croatia, Civil Protection Headquarter, and with a European Civil Protection team establishing an on-site operations coordination centre.
Today we are proud to get to this stage because after 2 years of hard work we can test today how the teams from the beneficiary countries are trained and use the equipment that has been purchased from Ipa Flood Lot 1 project. Almost €500,000 has been dedicated to this specific activity to buy flood rescue with both equipment in order for each beneficiary to have a module ready to be used in the country and at regional level. And today we want really to see this on scene, in action, and we will see 2 multinational modules within countries that belong to the region and Turkey, operating together and responding to floods scenario that has been very well organized from the General Directorate for Civil Protection of Croatia.
Participating teams in the exercise are two multinational civil protection modules: flood rescue using boats, flood rescue using boats north, and flood rescue using boats south, coming from beneficiary countries including their team management, operations and logistics.
Exercise control for field exercise Ipa Floods Cro 2016 was tasked to prepare a realistic environment to conduct a flood response exercise that will create a realistic exercise location to be able to test all the operating procedures for flood rescue with both modules using the real locations in the Zagrebačka county in the Republic of Croatia. And our main objective was to combine the national capacities that are operating in this area in real situations and to enhance their capacities with international flood rescue with both modules, and to be able to test all the operational capabilities of these two entities working together in saving lives, property, and especially to coordinate their activities, because we all see in real-life missions that coordination is one of the key aspects, and all the exercise control is aiming to enhance this coordination among all actors, especially modules, Union Civil Protection Team and National Civil Protection Authorities that should always work together with one main goal, and that is to save lives.
All modules are accommodated in the base of operations at Army Barracks in Rakitia in a tented camp. The evaluation of the exercise is planned, conducted and analysed by an evaluation expert, non-key expert, accompanied by a small team of evaluators.
After almost 2 years of program implementation and so many efforts and challenges related to procuring the flood response equipment, delivering the equipment in all the beneficiaries, conducting operational training, it's today really fulfilling and satisfying to see all the national teams from the beneficiaries working together as multinational module, applying common standardized operational procedures. In this exercise, we try to raise the bar a little bit in terms of allowing the modules to be self-sufficient throughout the exercise and working according to common procedures in compliance with those of the Union Civil Protection Mechanism. And I'm very glad to say that all teams and all modules are responding positively to this new challenge. So, of course, something to be continued in the future.
The evaluation is done in close cooperation with the exercise control as well as with the trainers and the involved role players.
Exercises is always a very good tool when you will figure out if what works and will not work. And it's also a very good tool when you try to work together over borders. In exercise, you actually come together, you are networking and you know each other, and trust is one of the most important part when you should do real crisis. So I think this exercise as a finale on this IP project is really what we need, and I'm looking forward to actually see the exercise out on the plan.
I would like to thank the teams, the participants of the exercise. I know you've all been very committed and that you have done hard work today in difficult conditions.
The well-prepared scenario for the Ipa Cro floods exercise showed a real flood-threatening situation in which participants had to face up challenges that could only be overcome by joint action and international cooperation. It is the only way if we are to save property and, far more importantly, human lives.